Hey guys, this is Elena by Alyssa Marks, and she is 18 inches and she is nice and heavy. She's about 7 pounds, which will help with that weighted blanket effect. She comes home with the heating pad and the lavender and her COA, which is right here. And I'm also including this really cool fake formula bottle that's been sealed, so you can, have it as a prop in photos, or, you can fake feed her. Again, it's not real formula, it's fake, and it's sealed there. But I obviously will send it in bubble wrap and a bag, just, to make sure everything's safe. Chase will also come home with one of these as well. So since much attention has been given to the reborn community lately, I wanted to highlight the importance of role-playing and playing as an adult. And yes, these do offer therapeutic benefits, but role-playing, and like even not just for a video, it's okay. And it doesn't make you crazy. And a lot of times, if you liked doing those things as a child, it does bring you some sort of happiness as an adult. I know it sounds weird to some people who don't understand, but it is very true. So, there's been a lot of talk about this, about childish hobbies and women collecting realistic babies for some reason is a hot topic, because the stigma attached to it is that they're psychotic, and I'm not sure if it's because of the collecting or it's if they think that they're real babies. And like I've said in many different ways, no, nobody thinks that they're real babies at all. Yeah, and even in the Cosmopolitan article, Kirsten talked a lot about the hobbies and stuff. And something else that I thought of this morning, collecting Legos or Star Wars or whatever, but like video games for men are not at all stigmatized, like at all. And a lot of these men, excuse me, played video games, the same video games as children, but that's just looked as like totally normal for a 40, 50-year-old man to be playing video games for days at a time. But yeah, so I just wanted to kind of highlight that too, because it's something that popped into my head this morning. So anyway, I watched Kirsten's video, and I think it's since been taken down, but if you saw it, you saw it. And I wanted to be a little bit transparent with you guys about my experience with the dolls. And a lot of you guys know this, some of you don't, but I was in the foster care system when I was very little. I was in and out of foster care. I went through a couple homes, actually, and I never had anything that was mine. And when I was adopted around 4 years old by my aunt and uncle, who I then called mom and dad from then on. So when I refer to my mom, who has dementia, she was my adopted aunt, or is my adopted aunt, and she's raised me since I was 4. And my dad, who passed away, he was my biological uncle, and my brother, who passed away, he was my biological brother. So that's just, I know you guys have heard me say different things, and so that's the context. Anyway, so when I was adopted and I was 4, I was given a baby doll. Her name was Lacey, and she was given to me by a wonderful woman named Cindy, and she was our babysitter. And I love that doll more than anything in this world. I since have remade her. I think those of you that have been with me for a while know that. I'm currently making her into a cuddle baby, since I think that will be easier to manage, because those dolls don't have the ring around their vinyl, so it's hard to get them attached to a body. But anyway, I digress. I fed that doll every day. I changed her. I pretend bathed her. I put her in a cradle every single night. I carried with her even on vacation. She was my child. And yeah, so I started to kind of think about the things that made me the happiest as a child. when I was kind of, going through my own PTSD, and it was playing with baby dolls, listening to music, and drawing. And I came back to drawing when I was 39. I'm 39 now, and I found such happiness in just sitting at my desk and drawing, just like I did when I was, an adolescent. And you forgot to mention playing with the dolls. I played with the dolls up until, probably 13 years old, when, the girls up the street that were going to the mall and reading Teen Magazine and stuff basically told me I was a baby and I shouldn't be playing with dolls. So, but I always still wanted to. I'll be honest. I definitely still felt like I was somehow like betraying my doll, which just sounds nuts, but it's true. See, I just said that too. I just completely put a clear. I did that. It was not nuts. It's not nuts. I love the baby and I love the doll, and she brought me a lot of joy. So it wasn't crazy that I still wanted to play with her and hold her. So let me just clarify. So yeah, let's see. So recently I did an interview for a channel that knew nothing about reborn dolls. Nothing about reborn dolls. I do think that it was well done because it was okay, let me rephrase that. I think it was well done for what it was. I don't think that they had a lot of knowledge about what they were looking at, and I think that after I spoke to them, I think maybe they reevaluated a little bit more about how they were going to address this. And while they were covering the Cosmo article, I did feel like I needed to put my 2 cents in to kind of explain some of the things that he was talking about, because essentially what he was doing was he was taking reels and TikToks of creators that made them for views and taking them as facts. And I don't think that was that's really the right way to go about it, is taking them pretty literally, and that's not the truth for every collector. It's not even the truth for the people making the videos. He even highlighted some of my videos where I'm taking the head off the doll, or touching the eye and stuff. And yeah, I don't sit here and do that in my everyday life. It was for a video to get people to watch it. So I think there was like a little bit of a back and forth there. I think that he tried, and that's important. And I think that anybody who's learning about something for the first time, having an open mind, is encouraged for sure. So yeah, I'm always going to be an advocate for mental health and doing whatever makes you happy, as long as you're not hurting yourself or anyone else. And that's just really important. And I'm also always going to be fiercely protective of Kirsten. And I know it was super brave for her to do that Cosmo article. She's not somebody that, really necessarily wants the type of attention that it received. And I think she's handling it really well. I do. Anyway. So I have 2 cuddle babies up over on the website, and I would love it if you would hop on over there and check them out. They will both come home with the bottle and the therapy care package. And I will continue to think of other ways to add to these therapy packages, because I think they're really important. And I'm going to be working even harder to get my dolls into nursing homes, not just in where I live, but all over, and especially in the center where my mom is. And I think they're really important. And as always, I want to thank you guys for being here and supporting me and listening to me. I know I'm not always, I'm not always very personal with you guys, and I just hope that I just hope that you kind of understand why, and just take that for what it is. And thank you so much for being here, watching, and all that. And I will see you in my next video. Bye.